and welcome to another one of my toy gun demonstrations. This time around we're having a look at the MP7A1. Now this thing is an absolute treat, made by a Chinese manufacturer, so please don't ask me to pronounce the name of the brand, but just ask your friendly folks selling these things to you for the MP7 and they'll know exactly what you're talking about, since it's the only toy MP7A1 I know of. So let's switcheroo over to close-up mode. Alright, so at the front end of things first, we have the trademark rail system here, two short rails on the sides and one on top, and these have the proper groove in them and a 20mm rail, so they will actually fit on Picatinny or Weaver accessories from real guns, or airsoft guns even. We have a fold down foregrip, which is held in place with a nice clicky mechanism as well as a stiff friction, so that's got a nice feel to it. We have the moulded magazine release and little safety switch thing. The safety switch on the left hand side of the gun has the automatic thing moulded into it and is slightly larger, just like the real one. Down here now is an interesting thing to notice. That's the actual proper Heckler and Koch insignia. So this thing is actually endorsed by the real manufacturer of the real gun, which is a rarity. It's actually the first time I've seen that on a toy gun. We have little indents here where for magazine release, and appropriately enough the battery case sits right down there where the magazine would normally sit, and we have a moulded spent cartridge ejection port, which I think is another really neat touch, and we have the permanently fixed stock, so it doesn't actually extend out like the real one does. On top here, that scope is removable, and it's actually a dummy scope. It's not really functional for anything, it's just red plastic, and on one side there's an etching of a reticle, so you can look down there and make believe that you can use this thing as a real scope, and the top of that thing actually can turn, so all good for the make-believe toy side of things. Now we have one more little trick up our sleeve, because these can actually, I'll just pull this off, be flipped up. So you have the flip up sights just like the real thing, which is a very, very nice touch. So now we'll move on to the battery operated side of things. First things first to note is that there's a port in the front here where a laser would normally live. Here in Australia that thing has been removed because of legal reasons. You would never get this thing past customs with a laser. It kind of counts as a laser pointer. So it's not there, but if anyone buys this thing, that's what that hole's for. The battery operated functions apart from the laser though are really noisy sound effects, flashing lights on the sides here and on the front, and that barrel actually reciprocates, which is really cool. It also has a vibration sort of mechanism inside there, which is pretty much the same as what you'd expect on those PlayStation controllers, only it's just a little bit softer than a mobile phone vibration. Now onto build of the thing. It is a correct scale, so we give it top marks. It's 1:1 scale and all the proportions are very nice on this thing. The plastic is sturdy. It's very nice strong plastic this thing's made out of, so receives top marks for that as well. So as for total score, I will be giving this thing, I would have to give this thing 10 bullets out of 10. This thing is definitely one of my favourites in my collection. It's just feature packed and a realistic little representation of the real gun. It's everything you could possibly ask for if you're buying a toy gun. And that's the demonstration of the MP7A1, and I hope everybody enjoyed watching that one. I certainly enjoyed putting it together for you. And as always, stay tuned to this space, because in the future we'll be seeing some more demonstrations of other toy guns. So until next time, peace out.